Heather Watson. Hi, Heather.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, great. Happy to be here.
Yeah, we're happy to have you here, especially since you brought cakes.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So you've been in business for how long?
Almost 2 years we've been open in our new location.
2 years.
Yep.
So food service, to be in business, to make it through two years, that is quite an accomplishment. It's a tough field.
It is. It is. It's
But-
been a roller coaster.
Well, but you've been at it longer than 2 years, haven't you?
I have, yes. I've been doing custom orders for almost 11 years now.
Wow.
So,
How did you get
yeah.
into baking?
It was totally by chance. I worked for my parents at our convenience stores and I needed a second job, so I started working at Michael's. They offered free classes to associates and I was like, well, hey, who doesn't like cake? And then I ended up starting to teach the classes and yeah, it just kind of went from there. Started taking little orders for like family stuff and it's just grown from there into a full-blown business. And
Well, who doesn't like cake?
Right.
The answer is nobody. Nobody doesn't like cake. So they had a convenience store. Did they have cake items?
nope. It's mostly like liquor, beer, wine,
Okay.
lottery, stuff like that. But yeah,
Nice. Well, let's take a look at some of the photos you brought. And can I try one of these?
absolutely. Please do.
I think I'll take just the one that's closest to me.
The lemon blueberry.
You are a big wedding cake baker.
I am. Yep, we specialize in wedding cakes. We've got 43 booked this year so
What?
far, and I have more consultations coming up next week. So hopefully to expand that number a little bit more.
Well, that's beautiful.
Yeah, custom orders are my favorite things to work on.
What pressure, because you have to get it there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't trust many with transporting cakes.
Well, I used to photograph weddings, and the first thing I would do when I walked into the reception was I'd take a picture of the
Of
cake,
the cake. Yes.
because I didn't know if someone was going to bump into the table.
Oh goodness.
Yeah. Oh my gosh,
Heaven forbid. Yep.
Spidey.
That was my niece's 5th birthday cake.
Wow. He even cut into them. Because
Correct.
you are.
Correct. Yep. So I encourage couples to come in if they've seen different styles of wedding cakes that they like, what their color sets are, and stuff like that. And we can take pieces and elements of all the different cakes and styles that they've found, and we can create a completely custom piece of artwork for their big day, you know. And birthday cakes are the same. If somebody wants this cake but a different color or a different spin on it, I love it. And when I get creative freedom, oh goodness, it's even more fun.
Well, they look great, but
you.
the proof is in the taste, right?
It is.
So I'm going to try this. What kind of
That's
cupcake?
lemon blueberry.
Lemon blueberry.
Yes.
Very popular
It is
flavor
very
combo.
one of my favorites.
Oh wow, there's blueberry in the middle.
Yep, blueberry filling in the middle.
Wow, that is delicious.
Thank you. Thank you.
And you know, one thing I like about your cupcake is it's got the right proportion of cake to frosting.
Yes. Yes.
Because some places the frosting overwhelms the cake.
We want to be able to enjoy both.
Yeah, it's a cupcake, not a cup frosting.
Correct.
Now, wedding cakes. I think the cake at a wedding is the most popular, the most important thing at a wedding.
Yes.
It's
Agreed.
ahead of everything else.
Yes.
Beats out the flowers, beats out the bride. To be a true wedding cake, does it have to be a certain flavor?
No, gosh, no.
No.
No, we've done 5-tier cakes that are different flavors for every tier. It's really fun to play with flavors and fillings. That's I love it so much. We had one last year that did a cherry cake with a lime custard filling, and it was so delicious. And she's like, that's my favorite thing is cherry limeade. I'm like, let's make it into cake.
Well, sometimes at a wedding, people go with the untraditional, but there's always a little traditional that's there somewhere.
Yes. Yes, yep. Vanilla is a very popular one for the traditional side, or almond wedding cake with a raspberry filling is a little more traditional.
That sounds good. I've seen carrot cakes a lot.
Carrot cake has become more popular. So do you like raisins in your carrot cake or do you not? There's a big debate on whether or not raisins belong in carrot cake.
Well, I'm on the raisin side.
Okay, okay. I get about 50-50 with people, and I'll make it either way, but I just find it really funny that that's one thing people are, no raisins, or yes, it has to have raisins. So.
Well, it's even funnier when someone says, oh, I won't eat it, it's got raisins in it. It's like, give me a break. All right, you brought some other flavors. What else do we have?
Yes. So there's chocolate raspberry. That one has a raspberry compote filling.
That one.
And then this one is blueberry. So it's got a blueberry filling, and then there's actual fresh blueberries throughout the cake.
Oh, and it's blueberry season too.
Yes,
So
it is.
yeah.
Thank goodness. We've got our French vanilla in the middle with sprinkles. This
Okay,
one here.
that's this one.
And then this is the Elvis. So it's a banana cake with a peanut butter buttercream and chocolate chips.
Oh, I should have tried that. All right, well,
And then this is my most popular flavor. It's called the Ryan, named after my husband's friend at work. When I first started out, he said, I want the most chocolate thing you can make. And I said, I can make you sick of chocolate. So we came up with that. And jokingly, we said that we would have to name it the Ryan if I ever got a storefront. So I was true to my word, and we named it the Ryan. It is the most popular cupcake I've got.
no kidding. So how does Ryan like it?
It's gone right to his head. He's got a famous cupcake named after him now.
So it's chocolate sponge
Yep.
and then chocolate.
With a
Frost.
chocolate ganache filling.
Oh, wow.
And then a chocolate ganache drizzle on top.
4 chocolates
Yes.
all in one.
Yes, it is chocolate.
Now, do you have in your storefront? You're right there on 5th Street.
On 5th Street, right next to Andy's Pizza.
Do you
Yep.
keep regular hours and stuff?
Yep, Tuesday through Friday we're 11 to 4, and then Saturday we're 10 to 2.
Is it just cakes?
Nope, we've got cookies, and there's cake pops are really popular. Chocolate dipped Rice Krispie treats. We've got chocolate dipped pretzels. Pies have become really popular too. Yeah.
Pies?
Yep, cupcakes. I have cupcakes every day.
What kind of pies do you do?
Everything. Gosh, we just got done doing a bunch of strawberry rhubarb with a crumble top. That's my favorite way to do strawberry rhubarb. Lemon meringue is crazy popular, and so is key lime right now.
Now, there's a lot of debate about key lime, whether or not you have to have certain limes from Key West, Florida. Is that true?
I do use key limes, so
Okay.
yes, they're a little bit smaller, but I like the flavor a little bit better.
Yeah, and it does make a difference.
It
There's
does.
the taste.
Ingredients make a huge difference.
And for key lime, is it meringue or
It's a meringue base. Yep, around
Okay.
the outside. So
awesome?
yeah.
Wedding cake.
Delicious.
I can't imagine how hard it must be because you've got to design a cake based on the bride tells you one thing, 100 guests.
Yes.
So that's from there. That's your first thing you need to know, right?
Yep. How many servings we need, what kind of style we're looking at. Do they want fondant covered? So I specialize in fondant cakes, but I also have been doing more buttercream work. If they want fresh flowers, which there's a way to do fresh flowers, I insert a straw that's been sealed so that none of the juices from the flower can interact with the cake. If they want silk flowers or handmade flowers made out of sugar, that's another option. Lots of birch cakes, so like we make it look like a birch tree and stuff. And if they have a topper in mind and everything like that. So, and then we talk about flavors.
How soon do you have to book your cake?
I recommend 8 to 9 months before the event just to make sure, because I have been filling up so fast with different weekends. 8 to 9 months I would recommend.
Yeah, you can't make them like 2 weeks in advance.
No, everything's made day before mostly. So.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
I have known where there's such a process and so many different layers and levels and ingredients. People start more than a few days in advance.
Yeah. No, we don't do that. Usually it's Thursday night after close. I'll start baking, and then everything's ready to ice by Friday morning.
Wow.
So, handmade flowers take longer to dry, so those I'll start a couple weeks in advance. But most people, those are mostly for look, not for eating. So.
Where did you learn this art of cake baking and decorating?
So it's really funny. I went to school. I've got 3 degrees in graphic design, studio art, and photography. So they kind of all marry really well into the cake world. And I really loved it. And I started taking online classes, and I loved the art side of it. And it just kind of bloomed from there.
Well, the work we saw in the photos and then right before my very eyes, beautiful, and really the best part is the taste.
Thank you.
They're wonderful.
Thank you. Yes, it's a lot of fun.
Well, great to have you here, Heather. Congratulations on your success and your 2-year anniversary.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can see more of Heather here on JTV, as Heather is one of our advertisers. So watch for Goodness Cakes. Good to see you. Thank you.
Good to see you. Thank you.
The baker, the owner of For Goodness Cakes, Heather Watson.